want you to anchor in the truth in you and in your body. It's not what you're doing that gives you the success you want. It's who you're being. You have to decide that this is who you are. You are someone worthy of success. You are someone who loves yourself. You are someone who is healthy. There's health in there. There's wealth in there. There's ease in there. There's peace in there. And through Sati, what we do is we learn to activate and generate that mindset, that state of being. And here's what happens from a scientific point of view. You generate a state. What does that mean? You come in here, you want to feel better. You decide gratitude. You activate gratitude. You move like a grateful person. You stand like a grateful person. You breathe like a stateful person, activating that frequency. And then you start talking about things as a grateful person would. I like that. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But you don't just like do it. You do it so that you feel it. If you're not feeling it, it's not working. Now what happens is you self-generate a state. You come out of your unconscious behavior. You come out of your robotic life. Whatever you've rehearsed a lot, you have 60,000 thoughts a day, 99% of those are repeated in negative. So you've got to just 1% new thought, just 1%, just 1%. You just make one little tiny shift and you've rewritten the pattern. Now you start to do that. You say, I'm going to look for things to be grateful for. I'm going to look for opportunities to see people and thank them. I'm going to look for opportunities to move in ways that I haven't moved before. Now new nerve cells are firing and wiring together in your brain. Cells that fire together, wire together. Now this is creating some new neural pathways in your brain. Now what happens is every time you repeat that and practice that, that's getting stronger. The synapses are getting closer together and it becomes easier and easier to reactivate that state. Now if you do it long enough, that state will become a personality trait. You no longer will have to focus on being more grateful or more kind or more generous. You've now trained yourself to be a person who is more kind and more generous. You getting it? So you're not forcing, you're literally training yourself to become a healthier, happier person. Now the foods you choose are very different. Now the jobs that you take are very different. Now the people that come into your path are very different because you've raised your frequency. You're not forcing your being. There's a very big difference. You're no longer thinking something outside of you needs to prove your worthiness. You're deciding you're worthy, you're owning it, you're evolving it into you, and now you're in the right place at the right time. The right people cross your path. Your body is no longer in this stress state. It's in a state of ease. It's open. It's expansive, which is the energy and the frequency of gratitude. Now things start to change. Now miracles start to happen, and not because you're making them happen, because by the quantum physics says when your internal world changes, your outer world must. So when you leave class and you've created that internal state change, something outside in your life must show up differently. It has to. It must, because your external world is a reflection of the internal world, and it must.